Hello everybody, I'm Bonnie Barker with BonnieBayCrochet.com, and we are just about ready to get started here for another Friday fun. How much fun is that? After this week we need some Friday fun, don't we? I know I do. It's been a very good week. It's been a very busy week. Well, before we get started, if I could please have you hit that like button if you can. And if you are the first time to my channel, or if you've never hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss anything coming your way. Let me try to fix this thing. Looks like my thing is a little crooked, but we're just gonna have to live with it today. And also, if you want to hit that notification bell, just wanted to mention that. That'll make sure that you don't miss the notifications coming your way. And I have something real exciting coming your way. I'm going to go ahead and start off. Let's see, we have Ann in the group chat. Hey Ann, since we don't have, it's good to see you from Northwest Indiana. And Kathy from Southwest Ontario. And my ever faithful daughter Hannah in our chat. She's going to be our moderator today. Hi Hannah, thank you for doing that for us. And it looks like Emmeline had posted earlier. I was interacting with her online, and please keep her in prayer, her family. A lot going on there. You can read it in the comments above. And Wanda, hey Wanda, good to see you, my friend. And Laurie from Michigan, she says cold Michigan. Wow. It's pretty nice down here. If you want to come down here, Laurie, we're doing well in the Carolinas right now. Perfect fall weather. Warms up to the mid 70s, nice and dry. Love it. Is it Racine? She's good afternoon. I'm in Los Angeles. I hope you're doing well there. I hope you're able to breathe okay, Racine, from all those fires. And Tammy from Oregon, and Barbara, and Jane from Drizzly, UK. And is it Pills Gaming? If that's right. Hello. And Cindy, she says, hi there, just finished crocheting the major parts of the Orlaith sweater, getting ready to sew parts together. So excited to finish this project. Good for you, Cindy. And Pat, dancers in the chat. Hey Marie, it's good to see you there. Down the road a piece from where I am. And Freaky Geek, welcome. Good day to you too, my friend. And Marcia from Massachusetts. And Cecilia from Florida, my home state. Yay. And Racine says it's 115 here. Ooh, that's not where I want to be as far as the mercury goes. And Celine wants to know, how am I? I am doing very well, trusting in the Lord and doing well. It's been a very good week. It's been a busy week, but a very good week. My husband is in town, yay! So I get to visit with him for a couple more days before he has to go back home. But really enjoying, being together again as man and wife, and just really enjoying just hanging out with this guy. He's great. And let's see, Jacqueline says hello from sunny and hot Los Angeles. Oh yes, I hear. Ooh, we'll have to send you some cool thoughts. And let's see. Emma says hello from New York. Well, hello to you, Emma. Or Irma, I'm sorry, Irma. And sorry, I misread that. Glasses on top of contact lenses, so it's a struggle. The struggle is real. And we have Barbara. She says chilly at 66 in Titusville, Florida. Oh, I know what that feels like, Barbara. When it gets below in the 60s, I still remember my mom saying, oh, it's going to get down into the 60s tonight. And whew, that was cold when I was living down there. And for those of you that don't know, many people in Florida, and my house was one of them growing up, we didn't have heat. We didn't need heat, but for a few days out of the year, so we didn't have heat at all. So we would close our airtight windows with these awning-type hurricane-style windows, and we would just keep the warmth in and hope for the best. We might have had a portable heater here and there, but we actually didn't like to use those too much because of the danger. So yeah, Florida people freeze when it's in the 60s, and it's a real struggle. It's real, folks. I will say, Barbara, that since I've been living up in Maryland for many years, like more than 30 now, oh, that's scary. I have been more comfortable during the winter living in Maryland, where the temperatures can reach even as low as 0, but not for long, but stay below freezing quite regularly. I'm more comfortable in Maryland with the heat there than I was growing up in Florida, because I used to freeze, and you get that damp cold, chill, and it's really hard to get that off if you don't have good heat. So I'm with you, Barbara. And also that when it's summer in Florida, they set the air conditioners in all the restaurants to below freezing, I'm convinced, which is why I got into crochet, because you always had to have something covering you so that you didn't absolutely freeze to death inside in the summertime. So yes. All right. We have Joni. I see Rhonda. What's on the hook? She says, "Hey Bonnie, I made it." Well, I'm glad you did, Rhonda. That's great. I can't do this without you guys. And Racine says, "Doing okay with the fires, but it's the earthquakes that are happening now. I don't want to be out here." Oh my goodness, never a dull moment. I didn't hear about that yet, Racine, but I will. We'll be thinking of praying for you all out there. I have a niece down at, I think, in San Diego, but in the area, so I don't know how affected she would be, but we do have good friends there in Anaheim, outside of Anaheim in Orange County. And is it Pills Gaming is from Denmark. Wow, that's a long way. So you guys are probably getting ready to eat dinner about now over there in Europe. Thanks for joining us. And we have Diana from Ohio. And Marcia says, "I broke and dislocated my left shoulder. Oh no, crochet is very slow." Oh, Marcia, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Get well. Just, maybe this will be a good time to catch up on reading. That's what I've been doing away from, since my husband and I are, kind of apart, just with, caring for a relative here. I'm really catching up on reading. Maybe you can do that while you wait for your arm to heal. So sorry to hear about that. And we have Donna. She says, "Good morning, friends. Southern Arizona. Days are still in the 90s. Oh, I love Arizona, Donna. Stay cool, my friend. Drink lots of fluids. That's what I did out there. Oh, drink. And Yushchi from Germany. Thank you for joining us from so far away. I guess you're getting ready for your dinner time hour too." And Teresa says it's wet there in Florida. We have Brad's mom in the chat. She says, "Good morning, everyone, from sunny Southwest Chicago suburbs." Yay! Well, you know how that is. Soak up that sun while you can in Chicago, because the snow is coming. We have Georgia. She says, hey back to Georgia. And Lady Rose says, "Hello from Northern California. Hope you are well." Yes. I would love to visit Northern California. I haven't really seen much of that part of the state, except the tarmac at San Francisco, on our way to another part of the world. So I would love to get out of the plane sometime and look at Northern California. All right, we have Angie and Jody. Just happy Friday from Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, near DC. Oh yes, I know that panhandle. That's not too far from, what's it called? We go there all the time. Anyway, the brain will catch up in about 10 minutes, Jody. But yes, I love going to visit there. Visit a lot of historic, beautiful places to visit around there. The name just went through my head and I forgot it again. But anyway, I tell my kids they need to get me some of that Prevagen or whatever that memory medicine is. I'm going to just put that on my Christmas list and maybe get a year's supply, so it'll help me to keep up with a lot of these things. And Susan from Ohio says she's crocheting now. And Jimmy, she says, "Hi Bonnie, Kate here, comes from, is it Inverness, Scotland?" I'm probably saying that wrong, but wow, Scotland, that's my sister's favorite place to visit in the whole wide world. And she got to see it one day, one time, and loved it. I'd like to go visit there sometime too. And we have Anita. She says, "Happy blessed Friday, Bonnie, and all your friends." Thank you so much. And Freaky Geek says, "Fall in Canada is beautiful when it's not raining cats and dogs." Oh, I bet. Freaky Geek, before I got married, Canada was my dream location to honeymoon, believe it or not. I just remember seeing a video movie. It was movies back then because they didn't have videos before I got married. Well, not really. It was expensive to rent them, and VCRs were like $500 and more. And I mean, who had money for that back then? But And $500 back then was probably like $1,500 today. It was a lot of money. So, but I saw a movie in the round at Epcot Center when I was in college playing with the band, and we actually marched at Epcot one year when we were down to when our team played Florida State. You know, we got beat, but hey, we were down in Florida, so we didn't care. And they had this beautiful 360-degree movie theater, and it was all about Canada. And oh, I fell in love with flying over the mountains and everything. So I thought, that's where I want to go. Still haven't gotten there. That would be like around Vancouver and places like that. But I did get to go to Ontario and to Montreal for our first anniversary, because we lived in Andover, Massachusetts, and it was just right across the border. So it was just maybe not even a day's drive to get to Canada, and that was before you needed a passport and all that stuff. So my husband and I spent a couple days. We went to Ottawa, and I guess Montreal was the main places where we went, and it was just really fun hearing in Montreal, hearing the radio announcer who was speaking French, and then to hear them play Beatles music. They were playing all, English music, American or English style music, but with the French moderating it. So I thought that was just really cool. But anyway, great memory from 32 years ago. Wow, more than 32 years ago now. Or 31 years ago was our first anniversary. I have to do the math. So, yeah, so say Lisa from Eastern North Carolina. We have Janet, and just jumped on me there. Yvette is in the chat. Yvette, she says, good morning, Bonnie, from Philadelphia. You're looking good, friend. Well, thank you. I miss twitching with you in person. Yvette, hey, miss you, girl. Miss seeing you guys. Oh, I missed being at CGOA this year. Looking forward to doing that again. And I tell you what, I'm going to try to do that as much as I can. Let me go ahead and get some of these other messages I skipped here. She said, Janet says, hello from New York. I'm listening while working. Enjoy listening to your podcast. Oh, thank you. And thank you for your prayers, Janet. And Freaky Geek says, you seen a guy named Mac? Tarmac. Ha ha ha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, tarmac. Yeah, I've been on the tarmac in your country a couple of times, actually. Where was it? I guess I was in Toronto. I got to go to Toronto, but that was just the tarmac there too. Darn it. But maybe one day I'll be able to get out of the plane. Well, actually, we did get out of the plane there, and we switched to another plane. But anyhow, that was flying a Canada airline that we flew to Seoul, Korea. That was a little over a year. It was a year ago, June, and had a blast. It was flying with members of our church to help to run an English camp for a weekend for a sister church over there in Seoul. Wonderful, wonderful time. Extremely long flight, but the Canada airline we flew was it was Air Canada, and it was great. We were so comfortable. It was so good. And I believe they were one of the top-rated airlines in the world right now. So if you guys looking for a good flight, and it was actually competitive in the price too. I guess they're all competitive now since nobody's flying, but Air Canada was great. We have Lizzie, is it Lindsay? I hope I'm saying that right. Marie, are we learning to make that gorgeous cable blanket? I'm a beginner and wish I had the skill for that. Thank you for asking that, Lindsay Marie. Yes, this is coming to my channel on Monday. This is called, get it right, Bonnie's Autumn Cabled Throw. And let me give you a close-up, just a closer-up view for those of you who haven't seen this before. I just want to give you, oh, am I on it with the chair? Sure enough, I am. Well, this is as close as I'm going to get it. Okay, so this is a picture of just some of the cabling. It's not as complicated as it looks. Okay, hold on a second. These wheels sometimes on the bottom of these chairs catch things. And when I'm recording upstairs, oh, it's a real test of my character or lack thereof whenever the yarn gets wrapped around the wheel. And I'm like, you know, I got to stop everything. And anyway, so I had to rescue my Afghan from the torture of the wheel here. But this is coming on Monday, October 5th. And the pattern for this will be in my Lovecraft store. Of course, you don't need the pattern if you just want to watch the video. But I'm a paper, yeah, I'm old school. I'm a paper girl, and a paper and books kind of person. So I mean, if you want the pattern, it's going to be available in my online store. And let me tell you a little bit about the yarn. The yarn for this, of course, you can use your favorite worsted weight acrylic. Use whatever you want. You know how this works. But if you want to use what I used, the yarn is actually quite economical. It's 100% acrylic. And this time around, I used Knit Picks Brava, B-R-A-V-A. I have the information in the video link below. It's an affiliate link, so if you use that link, it'll benefit me in a little bit, in a small way, but which is not a bad thing. But it will not cost you a penny more if you use that link. So just to say that, I used 16 scans of the color called Paprika. Of course, you can use any color you want. If you want to make this a Christmas throw, make it a nice red or green, or you know, a Hanukkah throw, make it a beautiful, you know, blue or something. I mean, you do whatever you want with this. You want to make it a winter throw, make it a beautiful white throw, just whatever. I used 16. I'm recommending you get 17 just to be covered in case you run a little bit short. You know, in case, because when I finished that 16th scan of yarn, I had like maybe 30 yards left, and that's it. And that's not a lot of leeway when you're talking, you know, over 4,000 yards of material. So 17 scans, and I believe each of these scans, I'm thinking it has 218 yards each. So if you want to do the math, 218 times 16 plus another couple hundred yards, or maybe 100 yards or whatever, just for leeway, that should cover you. All right, so that's the major announcement coming on Monday. I can't wait for you guys to see this. And I also wanted to mention, we did something last week, and I wanted to thank you for this. We are experimenting with this thing called Super Chat. My channel is now enabled to do that. And so what we experimented with last couple weeks, and it actually turned out pretty well, is if you look at it, the chat, there's a little $ box there. That's the Super Chat. And a lot of creators use this to add to their income, to help them, you know, in the process, you know, to help kind of, you know, support them in the work that they do to bring you the videos and the different things. And I know it's just been a great way to help people to work better, to work harder, you know, to help buy equipment that's needed to bring you the videos and so forth. For example, a couple weeks ago, my headphones broke, so I had to invest in a pair of headphones, which I was happy to do, and was able to do because of, you know, pattern sales and so forth, and things that I do for my business. But I had a different idea for this. We were going to use this for charitable contributions, and my charity right now that I'm really focusing on is called Shriners Hospital for Children. And many of you know about that already. Well, last week we did a song because after 2 weeks we reached a goal of $100. So I'm going to do that goal again. So if we reach a goal of $100 for the month of September, whenever we reach that goal, I'm going to sing a silly song. So again, you know, some of you may want to hold your ears when I start to sing because I'm not a singer per se. But anyway, we have a lot of fun with this at our conference, and I just thought it'd be something kind of fun to do and a way to contribute to the well-being of others. And to let you know, yesterday, or is it on October 1st, that was yesterday, was able to send in our donation, and collectively, with your help, I was able to donate $100. But I was also able, by the grace of God, I was able to, and felt inclined that I wanted to match you guys dollar per dollar. So I did. For every dollar you gave, I gave $1 as well. So our total contribution together this month was $200 to the Shriners. And so that's just a lot of fun. I mean, these are the checks, the bills that are fun to pay. It's I'd rather send $200 to Shriners or to Rancho 3M or whatever your charity is than to the electric company. Although we need electricity, but you know what I mean. Rather than paying a bill on something or paying for a broken tooth, it's so much more fun to write these checks and to donate to those who really need it. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Again, never any pressure from me because I know it's a tough time, but if you feel inclined to start to do that with the super chat, it's there for the taking. And I do have a fun song waiting in the wings, but I'm fine to wait on that. So just wanted to communicate on that one. All right, so let's see, who else do we have? Got some more comments here. Sherry says, good morning from Indiana. Hope all is having a great day. Yes, I hope you all are doing well too. Staying safe from this virus and everything. And Leanne says, happy Friday from Toronto. Yes, Toronto. We were just talking about Toronto. And Susan says, it's really cold now, early in the year for freezing temps. Whew. Oh, I hope, yeah. But this is that time of year where, I think my husband said that they're going to be getting freeze warnings up in Maryland as well. So, and Lindsay says, I just moved back to Rhode Island from Orlando. Oh boy, that's going to be quite a change. We have Brenda. She says she has to run. All right, and Freaky Geek. See, would Harry Potter or Hogwarts remember ball work? Yeah, I'm not real familiar with Harry Potter, Freaky Geek. Sorry about that. That one's kind of lost on me, but maybe some others can understand that better. I know my daughter-in-law would. And Jody says, near Harper's Ferry. Yes, lots of history there. That's what I was trying to remember, Jody. It's Harper's Ferry. We would go there a lot, especially when our kids were little. Just go there and throw rocks in the river and watch the people going by on the tubes and then the canoes. And remember, yeah, you guys have had a lot of flooding there too. It's really been quite a place. I love walking. If you all have never been to Harper's Ferry, it's really beautiful. And you're just walking the train trestle across the bridge and everything. And you can do that safely. They have walkways for that. And just walking across where the three states meet. It's a really beautiful place. Beautiful in any season, as I recall. And Alana says she's working on my sweater. Yay. And Brenda says she says use ginkgo biloba for blood flow, so helps memory. I'll have to do that, Brenda. I'm already doing that fish oil just because I know that's supposed to be helpful. I think it is helpful. I kind of joke with my kids all the time about this, but sometimes I just can't think of the right word. I have to tell you a funny story. The other day, I was looking for my wallet before I was going to run out the door to do an errand, and I was looking all over for my wallet and couldn't find it. I had it in my left hand. It'd been a while since I'd done that, but anyway, I had to show my mother-in-law that she's not alone, that we're together in our decline here. But we had a good laugh out of that one. But I'm glad that I remembered that I did pick it up like 2 minutes beforehand and just didn't put it in my pocket. Well, stuff happens. Let's see. Lindsay says, I used to work for Disney, started in Epcot. Oh, how cool. That would be such a fun job. I know my daughter Hannah, who's in our chat, she was talking about, I'd love to work at Disney. Hannah's just a big kid. She is so amazing. I'm going to embarrass Hannah here for a minute, but she is amazing with children. All children at our church love her. She's just helped me with children's ministry for so many years. And she would just love that working at Disney, I think. So Freaky Geek. Where is it? The things just jumped on me. All right, so see, Charlotte Bruce is there. Lisa says hello. Gail, she says hi. Actually caught you live. Yes, you did. And Debbie, greetings from Connecticut. Um, ah, Connecticut's an interesting place. I remember passing through there many times when we lived up in Massachusetts. Debbie going from Massachusetts down to Maryland, we'd go through Connecticut quite often. Um, and we have some comments I'm going to have to look up in French later from, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name, but I'm sure it's a beautiful French name, and I don't want to even try to say it because I would have to apologize. And Charlotte says, I sent a donation in last week after the chat was up. Hope you got it. Yes, we did, Charlotte. Everything has been sent ahead. Thank you. Um, and let me mention one other thing. There was a concern people raised last week about the fees involved that Google charges. Um, I'm covering all the fees. Any money you send to me that's for the super chat is going to be 100% donated, just to let you know. So the money that I donated was everything you guys sent plus another 100 and fees not included. I'm covering that. If some of you do want to send a donation and don't want to go through Google, I do have another idea. If you wanted to send it to me through my PayPal account, you can certainly do that. All you need to send money for the PayPal account is my email, and you have that. It's bonniebay@me.com. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat right here. Um, and if you just earmark that for, just put Shriners Children's Hospital, and that's exactly where it will go. And there is not the same fee on it. However, just a reminder, every time we use our credit cards for anything, even if we're buying milk at the grocery store, the store actually does have to pay a fee, just to let you all know. So it's not like Google's this evil. Yeah, I know nobody has said this, but some people think, oh, it's so evil of them to do that. It's like, actually, it's not. They have quite a mainframe, a big system where they can do that securely, and it really does keep everybody's information secure. It takes people to maintain that. It takes people to work full time to do that. And it's just like when you, like I said, go to buy groceries at the grocery store, and I always use credit. Everybody does now, but that there is a small surcharge that the store incurs in order to do that. That's just normal. That's just the way things are right now. So I have no problem covering those charges, just like the merchants cover those charges at the store. I have no trouble covering that. So okay, enough of that. Just wanted to be clear about that. All right, we have, is it Mary Jane? She says, hi, I'm an avid knitting caller. I'm trying to read, sorry, knitting caller, but you have done an excellent job challenging me to try crocheting cables. It must be cables. I think maybe it looks like autocorrect is doing to your comment the way it was doing to me this morning in my text to my daughter. Okay, I'm an avid knitting cables, but you have done an excellent job challenging me to try crochet cables. Your instructions are spot on. Thank you, Mary Jane. That encourages me and really does bless me. It helps to balance out some of the critique, but thank you. That it's not wasted on me. I promise you, I can really drink this in. We have Norma. She says, good morning from Grapevine, Texas. First time here. I did make your Erin Hearts throw for my wee granddaughter, Iona, when she was born in July. Congratulations, Grandma. She said, love making it, learned a lot. Oh, that's wonderful, Norma. Congratulations on that baby. Oh, how wonderful. Oh, thank you, Hannah. She just translated the French comment by, is it, now I have to try to say the name, Lale. She says, late from Europe. She says she loves your work. That is so sweet. Thanks for doing it, Hannah. Thank you, Lale. Mercy. And David says, howdy, better late than never. Well, welcome aboard, David. Hope you're having a good week. And let's see, Brat's mom says, tell me about it. I was furious that someone at the office took my pen and it was in my hand. You're in a good club. Thank you for saying that. Yes, that happens. I did this when I was in college. I remember one time furious because I was running around the house on my way out the door to my college class, running late, and I was looking for my brush to stick in my backpack. And I had it in my hand, and I just went to my roommate and says, "Has anyone seen my brush?" And she looked at me like afraid to answer. She's like, "It's in your hand." And I'm like, I just kind of went out the door and yeah, so it happens even when we're young. It's just, I think maybe having too many things going on. And Brat's mom, your name right there says that you're a mom, so you have an excuse and you are released to do that as many times as you need, because thinking of your children and all that you've got going on. Anyway, okay, Marcia says Disney is about to lay off thousands of people. Oh, yeah, I did see something about that. That is so sad. Um, Even Disney isn't safe from this pandemic. That is sad. I'm sure they will come back though. Give it time. Let's see. Julie says, I've been working on the Celtic Mandala blanket, almost done, from Columbus, Ohio. Yay, Julie. I hope you can. Yeah, please send me a picture when you do. If you all ever want to send me a picture, you can send it to my email, bonniebay@me.com, or you can just post it yourself on Facebook for other people to enjoy. And I know that really encourages others to try some of these and not to be, afraid of the stitches. Let's see. And Freaky Geek says, even those who make a living wearing masks. Well, maybe not them, Freaky Geek. People who make a living wearing masks. I'm sure they're going to have business for a while. I wouldn't mind not having to wear mine in the near future, though, all if the truth be said. And Irma says, hello. Hello, Bonnie and everyone. Thank you, Irma. Welcome to our chat. You have a beautiful name there, just to let you know. Let's see. And let's see. Sandra says, hi. Hi, everyone. Hope all is well with everyone. Yes, thank you, Sandra. Juanita says, love your work. Greetings from West Palm Beach. Hey, Juanita. I used to go to West Palm Beach every Friday night at their races. That was so much fun growing up. We have Alma says, just finished the Yule tree throw and matching pillow. It was a fun project. Thank you so much. It was easy to follow your instructions. Yay. And for those of you looking for a Christmassy kind of pattern, there is the Yule tree throw. If you just put Yule tree throw in the search bar at the top of my homepage, it'll come right up. It's the whole complete tutorials, right or left-handed. For that, it's a different kind of a throw. It's interesting. It has the honeycomb pattern on both sides and then a Christmas tree motif down the center, made with chains working in the front loop only. So you have to take a look at that if you get a chance. It's been up. It's a free pattern, sponsored by Red Heart Yarns. I did that many years ago for them. So check that out. Sorry about my nose. Just, you're not supposed to touch it, and that's the one thing you want to do. And Judy's here. She says, hi, sorry I'm late. Well, welcome, Judy. Thanks for joining me. And we have Carolyn. Says, good afternoon from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. I just finished your Earnhardt's throw blanket for my mother for Christmas, and it was amazing. Thanks for the step-by-step lessons. Yay, Carolyn. Thank you so much for that positive review on that. I so appreciate that. It always makes me, it really does, as a teacher, it makes me so happy when people can get things done or they understand them, because sometimes these concepts are really hard to communicate. So that's why I try to break it down, and to be quite honest, I think being a kindergarten teacher, teaching preschool for years, and that's by no means implying that anybody out there is a preschooler, I promise, but I've had to learn to break down some really hard concepts, especially in church. Like, okay, you get to teach 4-year-olds the concept of the Trinity this week. And I'm like, oh, great. Even the pastor doesn't really understand it totally, but I get to teach it to 3-year-olds. So let's see what we can do. That's an exaggeration. But I think just having years of just kids in my home and all those years and trying to learn to communicate, and just having, for me personally, needing things to be broken down in a simpler fashion, because like I taught algebra. I know this is not why you tuned in, but I'm going to tell you my algebra story. I taught algebra 1 and pre-algebra while doing homeschool co-ops when my kids were younger and I was homeschooling. And I didn't go into that uh, thinking I'm doing this because I'm a great mathematician, because I'm not. But I went into it because I know what it's like to struggle in those classes. And I know what it's like to have a teacher that's talking way up here over everybody's heads because they understand the concept so well and just have an assumption that you understand a lot of stuff too. Am I back? Okay, looks like I'm back. Okay, I stopped talking there, guys. We're buffering. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, are we back? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure what's going on with this internet. Okay, it looks like we're back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, so anyway, maybe it's because it didn't like me talking about algebra. It just kind of started to freak on me there. But the algebra story, I taught algebra not because I was great at it, but because I struggled and I understood the struggle. And by studying it again with the kids, I was able to break it down into terms that they could understand. And, I didn't go into it assuming that they knew what an exponent was or that they understood what all these things were. And we even gave them different names so that people would understand, just so it's easy to do. And as it turns out, those years of teaching that algebra have helped me because I'm using algebra now in doing crochet design. So I mean, how strange is that? But anyway, I hope I didn't lose too many of you with all the buffering. They are working on the internet today. Uh, they're putting in a new cable right through our yard. So I'm hoping that it won't mess things up anymore. All right, well, let's see what I have missed here. Hold on, give me a minute here. All right, I lost a lot of comments here. Um, I'm sorry, I got really backed up. Uh, and we have Renee from Montreal. Thank you so much for your sweet comment. And Mary says, "Oh my, missed 30 minutes of your live chat." Well, welcome back, Mary. Um, oh, okay, Brat's mom says, "I don't have children. I have an ancient cat. Her name is Brat." Oh, okay, that makes more sense now. Boy, does she live up to that name. Oh, I know. Both of my children, my married children, have cats, and I can understand that one. Sorry about the assumption there. I just saw that name and assumed you had children. Well, if you have fur babies, you got other things on your mind too. So, yeah. Um, all right. So, let's see. I got some stories here I want to read. Okay, David says, regarding pen in hand, I was just chatting with the clerk about this sort of thing. He'd gone to another checkout station looking for tape when it was right beside him. We both have had stories to share. I think yeah, it's really amazing what our brains can even process if you think about it. I mean, all the inner workings, just keeping our bodies functioning at all, but yet being able to think independently and to think abstractly at the same time while doing things. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. And Johnny says, okay, regarding this, okay, please, I'm worse. I was on my cell phone and started freaking out, telling my friend, I don't know what I did with my phone. Yeah, you win the prize, Johnny. That's pretty good. Um, but I'm sure it'll be my turn soon to do that. Um, all right, so I'm gonna just keep barreling on through some of these. I may not be able to get to all of them, but like I always say, I do read everything. Um, let's see. Jody says, I tell you, being so stressed lately, I just want to shut myself up in my bedroom with my crocheting and knitting. Phew. Oh, I understand that, Jody. Gotta hang in there though. This isn't gonna last forever, but I do hope you feel well soon. Um, And David says, regarding his previous comment, the clerk at Joanne's. Well, she's at Joanne's. She's at a place where creative people come through. I'm sure she was understanding, or she should be. um, Thank you, Jane, for your sweet comment. I so appreciate that. Um, And Rhonda, I hope you have a good day. She said she must go for now. We'll try to finish up later. Love the throw, and you know me. God bless. Thanks for all you do. Help us reach our goals in crocheting. Yes. Um, and David says, I think of that Yule tree throw every time I see Kelly green yarn. Oh yeah, there's a lot of green yarn in that one too, isn't there? Um, and Sharona, hey Sharona, she says, hubby said our budget allows me to buy whatever I want this weekend. Yarn, crochet related. Where do I start? One of your books. I'm intermediate crocheter and I can read patterns. I'm not sure what you have, Sharona, but if you want to join us for the Afghan, uh, that's economical. I don't know what your hubby has set for a budget, but that would be a dangerous thing for my husband to say. But anyway, I hope you find what you need. Lots and lots of options out there. Um, and Terry says to Jody, "Aw, that's so sweet of you all to pray for each other. That's very nice of you, Terry. Just you guys are just so good, caring for each other." And Johnny says, "I made the Yule tree throw last year, done it in green, and painting white on the top of the trees." I do remember seeing that. That was really beautiful the way you did that. Um, and David says, I saw some wonderfully performed Shakespeare at the Stratford Festival in Ontario. Oh, how sweet would that be? Um, my sister got to go to a place, well, Stratford in UK. I'm not sure exactly. I know it's outside of. It's not too far from Wales. Um, when she was able to go over. Okay, it looks like we may be back. Okay. Uh, so it looks like we are experiencing construction. I was hoping this wouldn't affect us. They were supposed to have done this work yesterday, but apparently they're doing it today. So I'm sorry. I apologize for all the buffering. This is probably on me in my location here in Conway, South Carolina. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to get to all the comments, but while I have this live, I do want to do a couple of things. Um, the mandala throw, I don't know if you remember the mandala, the Celtic mandala throw, the square cabled Afghan. I didn't bring that with me this time, but there is a new leaflet or like a booklet that's Annie's is putting out. The link is in the video description because I know many of you couldn't find the magazine and didn't want the PDF. You wanted the actual hard copy, which I so appreciate. Well, they actually redid it into a leaflet booklet style that's going to be with Andy's in their store for a long time. And the quality of the paper is much better than the magazine. It's not going to have the some of the features in the magazine, such as the interview with a couple of the creators, but it's going to have all the patterns. So as soon as those come out, you know there's going to be giveaways here. And before this thing starts spinning on me, and again, I wanted to say next week is going to be a very special week here with Friday Fun, Lord willing. I'm hoping that internet will all be working. I'm going to have some giveaways and a very special announcement that I'm kind of celebrating here already, but I can't publicly tell you what it is just yet. But I'm really excited to show you next week. I'll have a few new designs to show you. It is publication related. So be sure to come next week if you can, because I'm going to have a lot of fun, brand new things that you've never seen here before. And also just to remind you, the Easy Beginner Granny Square Shawl pattern is still free. It's still free. It's going to be there for a little while, but not forever. It's still in my Love Crafts for free. I mean, once a couple weeks pass, it's going to go to $1.99. You know me. But just wanted to let you know that it's free for the taking right now. So if you wanted to go ahead and download your free copy, go ahead and do that this week. Video description below should have the link, or you can get to my Lovecraft store and it's there. October 7th, this coming Wednesday, I'm going to be live on the Crochet World Facebook page at noon Eastern Time. So this Wednesday, October 7th, noon Eastern, I guess it's still daylight time, Eastern time. And I'm going to be talking about the Celtic Mandala Throw, and we'll be talking more about the leaflet that's coming out in regards to that book. I'm really excited about that. I don't know if I'll have giveaways then or not. I'm going to check with Jackie Doherty, who she's the publisher of the magazine. I'm going to see if I can get some copies to give away then. But we'll see. No promises on that one yet, but I will be getting some in the future to be given away. Um, and let me see if there's any other comments. I mean, I'm missing a lot. Oh, listen, okay, Freaky Geek has a question. So, how many projects are on the back burner while you're promoting what's done or nearly done? Freaky Geek, I have no idea. I actually, I work a lot ahead. I've got multiple things already recorded and ready to go through January into February, if that gives you a clue. We work a lot ahead. And sometimes I just come up with things on the fly that I stick into the release schedule. So it's really hard to answer your question. I really can't give you a single number. So how's that for a non-answer? There's just a lot going on, and with the pandemic, I've been able to work a lot more ahead. And I've actually had some things, I'm always submitting for publication to places, and I have to wait to see if they get accepted, and it can get a little complicated. But I'm always got the brain a churn in there, just trying to figure out what I can do. Okay, Alma says, I purchased the PDF for the Celtic Throw, but could never print it. Wouldn't download. I'm so bummed. Alma, I would say, please, if you're having a trouble, I don't know if it's a problem with your equipment or your computer, or if it's a problem with Lovecrafts. Lovecrafts are very responsive. They're the company that has my store, and they are excellent with customer service. So if it's a problem on their end, I would say please contact them. It may be just a matter of going to your account with Lovecrafts. They collect into like a folder for you, I believe. So I would go to customer service on Lovecrafts, and they will resolve this for you. If you don't get a response out of them, you've got my email, bonniebay@me.com. I will go to bat for you, and we'll get this to you one way or the other, okay? So check with Lovecrafts first, and they should respond to you within 24 hours. And if you don't hear from them in a few days, again, contact me, and we'll go together and we'll get this done for you, because I want all my customers to be happy. And if not, come to me, and I can be a very squeaky wheel with these people. I may not have much pull with Federal Express. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I had an issue with them this week. I had to actually wring water out of yarn that came to my delivery this week. Not fun. I can't control them. They're a big company, but if these little people that work in our industry, we're friends with each other, and we try to help each other out. So we will get this resolved. Okay, so let me go ahead. Time is getting late, and my hubby is in town, so I don't want to keep you all too much later. But I have a little bit of business here. I haven't been able to open this. I think this is October. It may be September. Actually, this is September. This is the September knit crate. I'm sorry this is late. They actually sent it to Maryland, so I had to wait for somebody to come from Maryland to bring it to me. But for those of you who don't know, Knit Crate is a monthly yarn subscription. This is the basic. They have different levels, but this is $24.99 a month. Usually the yarn is worth far more than that they send, and the $24.99 includes all shipping and everything. I do have a coupon code in the video description below. If you've never ordered from them, again, no pressure, okay? This is just something that they asked me to do, and they send me yarn to evaluate, and so far I've loved everything. I do have a coupon code. You can get 20% off your first box. If you decide you don't like him and you don't want to get it anymore, you just cancel. You don't have to get it for a year or commit to anything really. And you can even choose what your, what kind of color palettes you prefer. Okay, so if I can get this unboxed. Ah, here we go. Okay, so I have no idea what is in here. Oh, yay. I do know I like the color. Ooh, okay. My daughter put this. This is mine. She put this in. This is something for me that my daughter stuck in here. She was going to mail this, but then my husband was coming down. So this is what we got. Let's take a look and take a feel and see what this is. This is Aldine Wools. Put the glasses back on. Sleek. Let me tell you what this is. This is colorway is called Utopia. It's 55% fine merino wool, 30% baby alpaca, 15% mulberry silk, 220 yards each. So that's a total, so this feels like a DK weight yarn. Yeah, I think that's what this is, a DK weight yarn, 220 yards each. So that means 440 yards of a DK weight yarn. And with these yarn boxes, they have like 3 different colors. So this is one of 3 colors for this month. And what else is this? Oh, cool. A little stitch marker. I've been using stitch markers more recently just to help with some of the patterns. And in the box, you also get a pattern booklet. And I have not seen this at all. So let me go ahead and look at it real quickly with you. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Okay, so these are the three colors for this month. These are the 3 possibilities. And you can, when you sign up, you can tell them if you like, the bright reds, or you can say I like more, blues, greens, and I just get whatever. So we have some. Ooh, that's an interesting crochet top. Let me go ahead and show you. I'm not sure I would wear that, but I like to have my midriff covered. So they have crochet projects. Let me see. Okay, so the patterns. Okay, so they have crochet projects that you can make with the yarn, and they also have knit projects. And I've used some of these to learn some really, fun knit patterns. Now that might actually looks like an easy cabled knit pattern. And I actually bought some new, I say actually a lot, don't I? I bought some new cabling hooks for doing knit cables. These are those are actually kind of cool looking, aren't they? That's a really nice take on armbands. Those are really pretty. And let me just look. Oh, and I also have stitch diagrams. So, I mean, you get a lot, for the money, I think. That's just my opinion. Here's another view of the crochet armbands. Whew. Okay, so that's the booklet. And I really like the fact that the booklets come with this now. It used to be you had to download them online, and I know for a lot of us, not that we're incapable of doing that, but sometimes just getting to the right site, and when there are codes and things you have to enter, and if you got to go through a bunch of steps to to get to something, it sometimes takes a lot of the fun out of it, and it just gets lost in cyberspace somewhere. But it's just kind of nice that they have a little booklet there and all. So let me go ahead and check with you guys in the chat again. Okay, Judy says, I'm just joining the chat and haven't been here the last few weeks, so I'm not sure what the donation is for. I'm going back to last week's live and make sure what it's for. Just to be clear again, Judy, unless Hannah... Okay, that's the super chat donation will be towards the Shriners Children's Hospital. This past September, just last month, that just ended 2 days ago. Can you believe we're into October? we reached our $100 goal, and I was able to match that from my personal funds, another $100. So together we donated $200 to the Shriners Children's Hospital. I'm going to make that my charity for this month as well. And if we do reach the $100 mark, then I'm going to sing another silly song for you guys. I have a brand new one to go, but anyway, that's what that's about. Let me see if there's anything else I need to say. I think I've covered everything on my list. Let me see if there's anything. Um, Let me see if Hannah has anything that I need to. I don't see anything. I'm sorry I missed some of your comments here. There's some conversations here. I could read part of it, but let's see. Tiara says, I got my book you sent me from the last live stream. Thank you so much again. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad to know that the United States Postal Service is on the ball. And she said she just got it in the mail. Yay. She says, I can't wait to try these patterns out. And just to let you all know, I don't have the book to show you now, but the self-striping projects to crochet from Leisure Arts, that's the booklet that she's talking about. I am currently, to answer Freaky Geek's question earlier, how many projects are you working on? Well, actually, I started on another one a couple days ago. Out of that book, out of the self-striping book, Leisure Arts gave me permission, since they are the owners of the intellectual property of my patterns. I needed to get permission from them, and they gave me permission for one design out of that book to video, to record for my channel. So I am actually working, there goes actually again, I am working on the rainbow baby blanket, which is kind of a mandala style baby blanket within the book. So that'll be coming sometime soon. I'm not exactly sure of the date, but this is coming on Monday, and it is it all one? I believe it's just all one video too, because I didn't want to, break it up. I'm pretty sure it's just one video, but it's, it's a long project. So I'm assuming that this is not something you're going to sit down and do in a week. You better not, because you'll probably injure yourself if you do. But anyway, I'm real excited about this one. Let's see, any other questions, concerns? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and, one more thing, actually two more things. For those of you who are looking for fun hats to crochet, excuse me, for the harvest season, this is October. This is on my channel. The video for the adult size hat is free. I do have a pattern in my Lovecraft store. All the links that I'm going to mention are in the video description below. There are actually two different styles. This is called the pumpkin head, the braided cable pumpkin head hat or something like that. And there's another one that's actually, I think, a little bit easier than this one. And it's actually, I like it a little bit better. I just don't have a sample to show you. It's called the harvest hat. And the video link is in the description below. And both of those are in my Lovecraft store, and both of those are on my home page, or on my channel, my YouTube channel. And the patterns have the sizing for infants and children's sizes. So, but the examples being crocheted on both videos are the adult size hats. So if that's something, and this is a lot of fun. I mean, this is just fun for the harvest time of the year, and fall air just makes me want to wear fun things like this. So, and let's see, I do want to read something to you all before I sign off. I read this morning, and this is out of Matthew chapter 4, verse 16. And this is at the very beginning of Jesus's ministry, right after he went into the desert, had 40 days of fasting and experienced much temptation. And the author of this gospel, Matthew, is quoting from Isaiah, which pretty much talking about, fulfillment of the prophet Isaiah's words with the life of Jesus, and it's referring to Jesus in this. And this, I just love these verses. It says, and I feel like it describes us too, but it says, the people dwelling in darkness have seen a great light. And for those dwelling in the region and shadow of death, on them a light has dawned. I love that verse. So I hope that encourages you to look to the light this week. And it's there. We've just got to open our eyes to see it. Well, I'm going to say goodbye and see you all next week. Remember, next week, same place, same time. Fun new announcement to make, and I'm so looking forward to sharing it with you next week. God bless. Bye-bye.